the story of famed investigators Ed Warren and Lorraine Warren. Based on real-life events, this final chapter takes us deep into the heart of a haunting and into the heart of a family. Meanwhile, their daughter Judy Warren has grown to young adulthood. She struggles with visions, psychic gifts inherited, and maybe a burden shared. The Warrens' fight is not only external, but internal. Family bonds, psychic threats, faith under trial. This opening sequence sets the tone. The mundane colliding with the uncanny, the domestic shaken by the sinister. It foreshadows how past and present, personal and paranormal, will intersect. Beginning in 1964, we find Ed and Lorraine Warren investigating an antique mirror in a curiosity shop. Lorraine touches the mirror and the consequences are swift and terrifying. The glass cracks, an unseen force acts, and Lorraine is abruptly thrust into labor. They rush to the hospital, the supernatural cutting through the facade of everyday life. Fast forward to 1986. The Warrens have grown older, more experienced, but perhaps also more vulnerable. A desperate family in Pennsylvania, the Smurl family reaches out. The Warrens must confront this demon-haunted glass, and in doing so, they confront their past, their faith. The Smurl case brings all of this to a head. The camera lingers on the mirror. It lingers on the family. It lingers on the Warrens as much as the haunted house. We are reminded, ghosts are not only behind walls, they can be inside us, in our memories, our anxieties, our relationships. They live in a house of 8 people, sharing space, sharing history, and sharing terror. The haunting they report is real, violent, persistent. In their case, an object resurfaces. For decades, Ed and Lorraine Warren have faced the unimaginable. Spirits, demons, the possessed. But as time runs out, one final evil will bring them face to face with their greatest fear yet. And in that mirror, once again, we find reflection of them, of us, of what happened, what might happen, what we might become when darkness knocks. It is no longer simply about exorcism and artifacts, but about legacy, about letting go, about embracing what has come before in order to move forward. It's about one last rite. The horror remains, the dread remains, but so does the faith, the love, the bond of family. The mirror is destroyed, the darkness is fought, and at the end, hope, renewal, a wedding, a new chapter. For fans of the franchise, Last Rites functions as a farewell, but also as a reflection on what the journey meant. The first film of the series introduced us to the Warrens in 2013. Now, more than a decade later, we close the book. The film was intended to wrap things up on the Warrens' own terms. It asks, when you've fought evil for so long, what happens when you face your own mirror, your own past, your own home? It suggests we cannot always look away. What makes Last Rites both frightening and moving is how it balances horror with heart. Critics noted that the film leans heavily on emotion and family devotion, not just jump scares. The Warrens are no longer fresh-faced novices. They're seasoned, aged, human. They carry loss, they carry fear, they carry hope.